Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 11 July. A journey through time of 11 July 2025, Friday. Today's 11 July highlight in history. 1616. Samuel de Champlain of returns to Quebec. 1735. Mathematical calculations suggest that it is on this day that dwarf planet Pluto moved inside the orbit of Neptune for the last time before 1979. 1789. Jacques Necker is dismissed as France's finance minister, sparking the storming of the Bastille. 1796. The United States take possession of Detroit from Great Britain under terms of Jay Treaty. 1798, the United States Marine Corps is re-established as they had been disbanded after the American Revolutionary War. 1801, French astronomer Jean-Louis Pons makes his first comet discovery. In the next 27 years, he discovers another 36 comets, more than any other person in history. 1804, a duel occurs in which the Vice President of the United States Aaron Burr mortally wounds former Secretary of the Treasury Alexander Hamilton. 1833, Noongar, Australian Aboriginal warrior Yagan, wanted for the murder of white colonists in Western Australia, is killed. 1836, The Fly Fisher's Entomology is published by Alfred Ronalds. The book transformed the sport and went to many editions. 1848, Waterloo Railway Station in London opens. 1864, American Civil War, Battle of Fort Stevens, Confederate forces attempt to invade Washington, D.C. 1882, the British Mediterranean Fleet begins the bombardment of Alexandria in Egypt as part of the Anglo-Egyptian War. 1889, Tijuana, Mexico is founded. 1893, the first cultured pearl is obtained by Kokichi Mikimoto. 1893, a revolution led by the liberal general and politician Jose Santos Zelaya takes over state power in Nicaragua. 1897, Salomon August Andre leaves Spitsbergen to attempt to reach the North Pole by balloon. 1899, Fiat founded by Giovanni Agnelli in Turin, Italy. 1906, Murder of Grace Brown by Chester Gillette in the United States, inspiration for Theodore Dreiser's An American Tragedy. 1914, Babe Ruth makes his debut in Major League Baseball. 1914, the U.S. Navy launches the USS Nevada B-36 as its first standard-type battleship. 1919, the 8-hour day and free Sunday become law for workers in the Netherlands. 1920, in the East Prussian plebiscite, the local populace decides to remain with Weimar Germany. 1921, a truce in the Irish War of Independence comes into effect. 1921, the Red Army captures Mongolia from the White Army and establishes the Mongolian People's Republic. 1921, former President of the United States William Howard Taft is sworn in as 10th Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, becoming the only person ever to hold both offices. 1922, the Hollywood Bowl opens. 1924, Eric Liddell won the gold medal in 400 meters at the 1924 Paris Olympics after refusing to run in the heats for 100 meter, his favored distance on a Sunday. 1934, Engelbert Zeska of Germany flies his large human-powered aircraft the Jaska human-powered aircraft about 20 meters at Berlin Tempelhof Airport without assisted takeoff. 1936, the Treborrow Bridge in New York City is opened to traffic. 1940, World War II, Vichy France regime is formally established. Philippe Pétain becomes chief of the French state. 1941, the Northern Rhodesian Labour Party holds its first congress in Cana. 1943, massacres of Poles in Volhynia and eastern Galicia by the Ukrainian insurgent army within the Reds Commissariat, Ukraine, peak. 1943, World War II, Allied invasion of Sicily. German and Italian troops launch a counterattack on Allied forces off Sicily. 1947, the Exodus 1947 heads to Palestine from France. 1950, Pakistan joins the International Monetary Fund and the International Bank. 1957, Prince Karim Husseini Aga Khan IV inherits the office of Imamat as the 49th Imam of Shia Ismaili worldwide after the death of Sir Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan III. 1960, France legislates for the independence of Dahomey, later Benin, Upper Volta, later Burkina Faso and Niger. 1960, Congo crisis. The state of Katanga breaks away from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. 1960, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee is first published in the United States. 1962, the first transatlantic satellite television transmission. 1962, Project Apollo. At a press conference, NASA announces Lunar Orbit Rendezvous as the means to land astronauts on the moon and return them to the Earth. 1971, the nationalization of all copper mines in Chile is completed. 1972, the first game of the World Chess Championship 1972 between challenger Bobby Fischer and defending champion Boris Spassky starts. 1973, Varric Flight 820 crashes near Paris on approach to Orly Airport, killing 123 of the 134 people on board. In response, the FAA bans smoking in airplane lavatories. 1977, Martin Luther King Jr., assassinated in 1968, is awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. 1978, Los Alfaix disaster. A truck carrying liquid gas crashes and explodes at a coastal campsite in Tarragona, Spain, killing 216 tourists. 1979, America's first space station Skylab is destroyed as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere over the Indian Ocean. 1982, the Italy national football team defeats West Germany at Santiago Bernabeu Stadium to capture the 1982 FIFA World Cup. 1983, a tame airline Boeing 737-200 crashes near Cuenca, Ecuador, killing all 119 passengers and crew on board. 1990, Oka crisis. First Nations land dispute in Quebec begins. 1991, Nigeria Airways Flight 2120 crashes in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, killing all 261 passengers and crew on board. 1995, Yugoslav Wars Srebrenica massacre begins, lasts until 22nd July. 2006, Mumbai train bombings. 209 people are killed in a series of bomb attacks in Mumbai, India. 2010, the Islamist militia group Al-Shabaab carries out multiple suicide bombings in Kampala, Uganda, killing 74 people and injuring 85 others. 2010, Spain defeats the Netherlands to win the 2010 FIFA World Cup in Johannesburg. 2011, 98 containers of explosives self-detonate killing 13 people in Zygi, Cyprus. 2015, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman escapes from the maximum security Altiplano prison in Mexico, his second escape. 2021, Virgin Galactic launches its founder Richard Branson into space, the first company ever to do so. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.